Right now, hidden around the world, lie billions of dollars in lost treasure. Sunken gold, stolen jewels, buried fortunes, never found. People have searched for some of these for centuries. These are the 10 greatest lost treasures in history. And most of them are still out there, waiting. I'm Thomas. We start with the most famous of them all, El Dorado. A legendary city so rich, its streets were said to be paved with gold. The legend began with a real ritual. A king would cover his body in gold dust and dive into a sacred lake, while his people threw emeralds and gold offerings into the water. Spanish conquistadors went mad searching for the city. Thousands died in the jungle chasing it and never found a thing. The lake has been drained twice, and the gold may still be down there. Next, an entire room made of treasure, the Amber Room. A chamber lined with 6 tons of amber, gold leaf, and jewels. Built for a Russian palace, it was called the 8th wonder of the world. When the Nazis invaded, they tore it from the walls and shipped it away. Then, in the chaos of 1945, it simply vanished. Was it destroyed by bombing? Or hidden in a secret bunker? Worth over $500 million today and never seen again. Staying in World War II, the legend of the Nazi gold train. As the Reich collapsed, they hid their stolen riches anywhere they could. The story says an armored train, loaded with gold and art, was driven into a mountain tunnel in Poland and sealed inside. Treasure hunters have searched the hills for decades. Some claim ground scans show something train-shaped down there. But the tunnel has never given up its secret. On the other side of the war, Japan was hiding loot too. Treasure stripped from across all of conquered Asia. The legend says it was buried in caves and tunnels across the Philippines by a general named Yamashita to be recovered after the war. He was executed before he could ever return for it. Some treasure hunters swear they found pieces of it. Most believe a fortune still lies somewhere under the jungle. Now to the golden age of piracy and Captain William Kidd, the man who inspired every buried treasure story ever told. Before he was caught and hanged, Kidd buried part of his treasure to use as a bargaining chip to save his own life. It didn't work, and he took the location to his grave. Some of it was dug up, but sailors always whispered that the biggest part of Kidd's hoard was never found. From pirates to holy knights, the Knights Templar, the richest and most powerful order in medieval Europe. They were the bankers of kings, holding immense wealth across Europe. Then, on one Friday the 13th, the King of France had them all arrested. But when his soldiers raided their vaults, the treasure was gone. It had vanished, perhaps smuggled out by ship the night before. Where it went is one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Our next treasure lies at the bottom of the sea. The Flor de la Mar, possibly the richest shipwreck in all of history. The Portuguese ship was packed with the looted treasure of a conquered kingdom. Gold, diamonds, and the spoils of an entire empire. In 1511, a storm tore it apart and sank it. Its cargo could be worth over $2 billion today. Treasure hunters are still searching the seabed for it right now. Back on land, to a treasure people say is cursed. The Lost Dutchman's gold mine, hidden in the Arizona desert. A German prospector claimed he'd found a mine of impossibly rich gold. But he died without ever revealing exactly where it was. Since then, hundreds have gone into the mountains to find it. Many never came back. Some were found dead in strange ways. The cursed gold, they say, still hasn't been found. Far off the coast of Costa Rica sits a lonely island. And on it, supposedly, a king's ransom in gold. When Peru feared invasion, it loaded its treasure onto a ship for safekeeping. The captain simply sailed away and buried it on Cocos Island. He was caught, but never gave up the location. Over 500 expeditions have hunted the island, worth perhaps $200 million, and still missing. And finally, the most feared pirate who ever lived, Blackbeard. He terrorized the seas with a burning fuse braided into his beard. He famously said only he and the devil knew where his treasure was. When he was finally killed, his secret died with him. His flagship was found sunk off the American coast. But the gold he plundered for years has never turned up. Somewhere, Blackbeard's fortune may still be waiting. 10 treasures, billions of dollars, all still missing. Some lie under the sea, some under mountains, some under our feet. And every year, people still set out to find them. Because the greatest treasure of all might be the hunt itself. The hunt for lost fortune is as old as money itself. Subscribe and follow Gemback for more.